There's a fairly popular misconception out there that you can't grow apples from seed or they'll turn out to be useless, bitter, sour, things that you can't eat. And I just started not believing it at some point and decided to grow some apples from seed because I was eating these apples and thinking, this apple's so good, how could it grow something just horrible? And my very first seedling that was just from an apple that I liked, but I didn't know what the other parent was, it was just open pollinated by whatever, was actually very good. So I decided to name that apple, and I named it Bite Me for all the people who said it couldn't be done and who propagate this idea that you can't grow an apple from seed, or if you get a good apple, it's going to be like one in thousands that are going to be even edible. That is not true. It's been proven wrong by lots of people now, and it's a gamble. If you plant an apple seed, no matter what parent you use or if you cross them or anything, it's a gamble, and that's actually a good thing because it's the reason that apples are so diverse in the first place. That if you plant an apple seed, it's likely to be fairly different from its parents, and so we get this great amount of diversity, and that's why there's so many different flavors, shapes, colors, and seasons, and all of that stuff. But the odds aren't this horrible one in thousands type of thing. So a lot of people have been discouraged from growing apples from seed because of that myth, and I would like to dig that myth a deep grave, and this could be the shovel right here. To me, this apple is kind of a poster child for growing apples from seed and for the new apple renaissance. The part of which interests me the most is the growing of new varieties. I mean, there's a lot of people out there collecting heirloom varieties. There's people out hunting for lost varieties and discovering new varieties in hedgerows, or discovering varieties that maybe were never named or that have been forgotten. And there's all kinds of great stuff going on. But the part that interests me the most is growing apples from seed, either just from seeds that you really like, or by taking two parents, cross-pollinating those, and then growing stuff out from that, which I'm doing here on the homestead. So again, to me, this is kind of a poster child for that, since it was my very first seedling, and it's very good. So you can read more about this, or if you get into a conversation with someone and they say you can't grow apples from seed, then you can send them to skillcult.com/biteme, where I have the story of this apple and all the related videos and articles and stuff like that. So I'm sending out as many scions as I can this year. After that, it's in the public domain. That means anybody can grow it. You can graft trees and sell them. You can sell and trade scion wood, whatever you want. You can grow a whole orchard of it and sell the fruit. It's just out there in the public domain. And I hope to hear back from some people over the years about how it does in their area, whether they like it, whether your kids like it, whether it is disease resistant or disease susceptible, how far north it will grow it grow in the south, does it need a lot of chill, all that stuff. As far as I'm concerned, anyone who grows this is part of the testing team to vet out this variety. Those will be available on skillcult.com on my little web store there. Thank you very much. And so the battle for truth and apple diversity begins. En garde! So it begins. And so it begins. And so it begins. Bite me. And so it begins. Bite me. This is war, people. A war of information. You can grow apples from seed. Look.